Hey everybody, I'm Yvonne with Back to Earth Creations and welcome to my craft room. Today we are going to be making a necklace for this polymer clay pendant that was made in yesterday's tutorial. So if you guys are crafting along with me and you have a new polymer clay leaf that you need to figure out how to make a necklace for, that's what we're doing today. So now I need y'all's help though, because I can't decide whether to do a macrame necklace for it or whether to do a beaded link necklace. So I'm going to see if I can put together a poll, and then we're going to kind of like hang out and let some folks like have an opportunity to vote on the poll, and then we'll get started crafting. Well, hey Hawk, how's it going? How do I say this? Should we I don't know, man. I'm not an AI. Well, hey, Barbie. Hey, Sarah. How are all y'all doing today? We're going to do macrame or... Oh, thank you. I'm all freshly washed and everything. So I'm scrubbed till I'm pink-cheeked and squeaky clean. Macrame or wire wrap links. Boom. Robin's just like, ho. I think you're saying hi. Hey, Robin. Okay, we're starting the poll. So what we're doing today, you guys, for anybody who just came in, is we are going to be making the necklace for this polymer clay leaf, and I didn't know if we should do wire wrapped links or if we should do macrame. Now, either way, I was going to have it be set up to be using these 8mm moss agate beads. Keeping busy, says Hawk. Getting ready for another event at the end of the month. Oh, that's good. It's good to be busy. Did you get the email I sent yesterday? I have not checked my emails. I'm sorry. I'll have to go in and do that. Ooh, Sarah says day off. Went craft fair shopping this morning. Nice. Just going to a craft fair to shop, or shopping for craft fairs to vend at? Hey Dee. Hey Kathy. Hey Robin. Hey Isis, mommy. Hey Kathy, Yeppers, that's one awesome necklace pendant. Oh, well, heck. Ooh, okay, so it looks like wire wrap's winning. Cause I was gonna do some macrame with this cord here, you guys, but wire wrapping would be fine too. That's fine also. But yeah, we'll be using some. Ooh, thinking a mix of both actually. You know, me too. So I'm gonna make some. Oh, I'm so bad about this because I'll be like, I'll just put these two options, and I'm like, haha, psych, we're doing them both. Okay, everybody's saying both. We're doing both. We'll do both. Do what, honey? Well, oh, do you want me to do another poll? Okay, let's get to crafting. So we're gonna start with doing the macrame. Oh wait, yeah, we'll do the macrame. And I'm going to start by putting these suddenly very sweaty moss agate beads into the tray here, because we're using 8mm moss agate, but we also have these lolly beads in a 6, 5, well, I've got some other sizes, but primarily we're going to be using the 6 and the 5mm because they fit onto our macrame cord. So, hey, Lita Lee, how's it going? Hawk says, I found a cork head yesterday at the Salvation Army for $2, so I bought it. However, it needs to be cleaned. So do you have any suggestions for cleaning it? Oh, I don't know. A cork head? Like just the surface of it? Honestly, I'd just cover it with some pantyhose or something and call it a day. Because I know when we got our cork heads from Amazon, they were stinky. Like they just smelled like whatever damp warehouse they had come from. Very mushroomy, very like kind of stinky. So I sprayed them with Febreze and put them in the sun for a couple of days. So Randy says a lot of Febreze, which I don't know if it helped or anything. Ooh, Isis Mommy says, I just got in 7 new silicone molds for resin. Nice. Very nice. What kind of molds are they? Making little stuff? You making big stuff? Got some great tiles today. Add a craft repurpose place for crafting surfaces. Nice. Yes, it's got that on the outer cloth surface to it, and that's what needs to be cleaned. I like your idea of pantyhose, though. Right on. Yeah, unless I'm able to like actually take the fabric off, I'm not entirely certain how to like spot clean something like that, especially when the cork may be wicking up any moisture and things too. So, okay, if we're doing both, my next question to y'all is, do we have the macrame attached right here, or do we have the bead links attached right here and then with the macrame like finishing it off? Because I think the bead links are going to be easier to, let's do bead links on both ends. I'm going to do it. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. So let's see what we can do. This is woven cotton cord that I've made a mess out of. So I'm going to throw it that way. Woo. Nope, that didn't do what I wanted. It's still just a knot. Okay. But I'm going to just, I mean, honestly, this is going pretty nicely. There we go. That's the best untangling I've ever done probably in my whole life. Ooh, Isis says they're jars slash vases, and one of them is incense stick or herb bundle burner. Oh, okay. Is there something that you do to line it to make it to where the resin isn't bothered by the incense being in there? Look at Mr. Puddums. Bad Mr. Puddums. He is our cat now. Is it official, Randy?
Huh?
That Mr. Puddums is our cat? Cause kinda, you tried to give him back to his owner, and he was like, "No, thank you."
Yeah.
So I guess he's ours now. So go us.
I'm concerned, as of right now, he's a homeless drifter.
He's a homeless drifter, says Randy. Well, he's my homeless drifter, but I'm hoping he'll learn like how Kylie did to just ding the bell to whenever he wants outside. That way we can learn to communicate with each other. But for the meantime, his main mission seems to be that he's just trying to get as fat as feline possible. I guess winter's coming, so so that's what's up with that. Let's see. All right. So I wanted to try something new for the macrame. I don't need to pull. I don't. I just recommend people to be careful or use this decor only. Right on. Well, that's cool. I bet some foil or something would do the trick. Cat Distribution Center is sending him to you. Be caring and loving. I'll do my best, Kathy. Dee says I have 3 homeless drifters. Well, that's the thing, is we've got a couple of other homeless drifters in the yard too, because there's, it's like just all the neighborhood cats started to come over and hang out, which I appreciate because we've got mice out by the chickens, and I always need more yard cats to like all hands on deck for that. But it's also like it's kind of expensive trying to get flea drops for everybody. So, hey Erica, thank you so much. Okay, I'm gonna try to use my brain. We can do this. Let's go. How was it that I was going to do? I had the idea for macrame earlier that we can take some of our beading cable. Y'all ready to get this flipped around here in a little bit so you can actually see what I'm up to? Oh, thanks, Erica. Now I am going to go ahead and grab, I've got these rings here that I really enjoy. These are stainless steel square wire rings, and I'm going to grab 4 of them. I just love the way they look. Truly, being made with the square wire is like so nice. I'm digging it. Kathy says, "You are the loving humans for the neighborhood." Well, I do love the kitties everywhere, but I just want them to be healthy and happy. And I know that at a certain point, you know, you can only have so many cats on a quarter of an acre and them all be healthy and happy. We're gonna close some rings. And y'all, I'm gonna show you This is something I've been working on behind the scenes. And in tomorrow's live stream, we're doing live streams on our Craft Along with Vaughn YouTube channel, as well as the Back to Earth Creations Kick channel. We're going to be remaking some more leather, or not leather, but polymer clay leaf masks, which I am so excited about, and I cannot wait to get them made. But we're gonna be I want to line it with some foam so it feels better on my face. But I'm really excited to be live streaming, making some polymer clay masks with you guys tomorrow. But I've got that one just sitting over here because it makes me happy to look at it. But we're using the same techniques that we had used in yesterday's tutorial. So if you want to, the tutorial for this, we gotta focus. I'm gonna go like this, go like that. I'm gonna, and there's my ceiling. I'm gonna try to use my tripod without it busting my knuckle again. Oh, Mr. Poodums. Okay, so here we go. There we go. Well, thank you, Brenda. Oh, y'all, thank you so much. I've been in a little bit of like a creative workaholic rut, I suppose. And like I know that taking custom work, hey Get, how's it going? I know sometimes that taking custom work will get me like all kinds of gunked up, and apparently that's the case even if Randy, I've lost all of my pliers. That's the case even if it's not paid for custom work. So I have to go find my pliers. I bet they're over here. I'm also stuck.
What's going on?
There's my pliers. Sarah says you even have a cool ceiling. I love it. It's the popcorn ceiling, but it has glitter. Somebody put glitter in it, and that I didn't know that that was possible, and it blew my mind. But it's been that way since we moved in. So, huzzah! All right, there we go. I'm gonna zoom in just a smidge. Kathy says square wire is the best. I've used a lot, right? And that with the square cut wire rings, it has that same really great look, I think. Kathy says I get that way too. I haven't been doing a lot also because people haven't been there yet. But I was all gunked up on feeling like I needed to be making dragon masks, and I'm like, I'd like to make just a leaf, like, like I didn't really feel like doing anything. And then I was like, what if I felt like doing this? Like, and I kind of felt like it. And so I was like, well, I'll do that then. And that was really awesome. Well, hey, Cheeto, how you doing? Hey, Khalidi. I bought an after Halloween mask, so it was on sale for $1. Period. Now I have a form to go buy for my next wired mask. Oh, right on. Man, having the right tools for the job can really help so much, I think, in the crafting process. So I'm excited to see what you make next, Hawk, because that first mask was so cool. I'm trying, I promise, eventually, maybe one day, I'll stop screwing around with the tripod, but today is not that day. Okay. There we go. So we have our links here. And let me pull out, because the question that I often find me asking myself is like, how in the heck, and where in the heck are my print beads? How do you use gemstone beads like this that have a very small hole for macrame whenever you've got such a thick cord? And so I'm going to try to use some of this 7-strand beadalon to thread through, like, and be the center of my necklace. But I'm going to need some crimp beads. And I am rummaging because I am uncertain. Huzzah! I found some crimp tubes. That will have to do. And I'm not super worried about what color because it's going to be covered in a bead. There we go. So there's one. But I am going to go ahead and pick a metal tone that's pretty close to the beads that they're going to be covered with. And so I'm going to take the end of our wire. I'm going to thread one crimp tube onto the wire. And then I'm going to thread through our ring. And then I'm going to just slide that right on down. Hey, Randy, may I have your crimp pliers, please? And I'll need to hold on to them if that's all right.
Yeah, it's all right.
Okay. Thank you, baby. So these are crimp pliers. Randy actually likes to use these when he's weaving his chainmail. But I'm going to use the kidney bean shape first and then this round part. And hopefully this will be a good, like, we'll be able to capture how that looks pretty well. So here we are, kidney bean, mode activate, bonk. And you can see how that's looking there. And then I turn it so that we can fold it on itself, bonk. And that's not really holding on that great. So what I do from there is I just go like this and I go like squish. And we can actually kidney bean it again and then squish it down a little bit more. So that's a lot of folding on the metal. But, you know, it's a big old crimp tube. What are you going to do? And I'm going to cut significantly more than what I think I need. Hey, Itzy, how's it going? Can also put the beads on beading wire. Ooh, what's beading wire? Is this Is this beading wire or is this beading cable? I don't know. I don't know what the difference is, but I want to learn. Hawk says, I agree with you having the right tools. I didn't have any tools in that last one you saw. It was my very first. A bad one, but still a prototype. Artists are always so hard on their own work. Please, resist that if you can. The rest of the world's typically going to be so hard on us. Sometimes we have to be the only ones, or sometimes we have to be the first ones to be gentle with ourselves. Here's a question for you. Hey, Viking. Because I came across this today. Have you ever gone through the time to make something, get it all finished, look at it and say, that's nice, but I don't want to make another? Yes. Like, lots and lots of pieces. And I'm actually kind of trying to branch away a little bit from always making myself make like a bunch of duplicates of the same piece. Like, it's okay to just, like, this is probably going to be the only leaf in this style that I make because I feel like making masks now. But it made me very happy to prototype it out and everything. So, oh, okay, so that is beading wire. Sweet. Well, cool. Well, this goes to prove there's never been an original idea, but I'm very happy to have thought of it anyhow. Okay, so I'm going to come in. I'm using about 4 feet of cord. I hope I'm making good decisions, but here we go. And I'm going to do 2 lengths to start with. Man, I could really use something heavy with like a stick in it to like put this over so it'll hold it in place. But I don't have anything rigged up just yet, so we'll see what we can do. Okay, what am I looking for? I'll use this. Okay, so I don't want to lose that. Okay, I'm going to move those off to the side. We're going to put this here. And so I'm just using that to hold down our ring. Uh-oh, I've lost it there. I had cut and then sat down and promptly lost both of our, I think this is like a 2mm cotton cord. But I'm just going to thread them through. Ooh, Isis Mommy says, I usually just use my flat nose for the job. Right on. Man, if what you're doing, if you like how that's working, keep doing that. Hawk says, I made 2 pairs of snowflake earrings. They are cute, but do not want to make any more. That's all right. Like, that is all right. Okay, so I'm going to try to put just a little 4mm bead onto that crimp bead that's right there. So I'm going to set this down. I shall resume rummaging. Oh, I love it whenever I actually put things away where they go so I can find them. Like, being organized does not come naturally to me, you guys, but my husband Randy, he's my partner for so long that now that we're married, even though it's like, it still feels kind of shiny and fun to call him my husband, but he's very organized, and I try to take pages out of his book, but the chaos still reigns supreme. But yeah, one of these 4mm lolly beads just slides right over that crimp tube. And now from here, let's see. I'm going to try to keep everything kind of nice and tidy. Y'all, I haven't done macrame in so long. I'm nervous. So 2 of these cords are going to be on the back. So I'm just going to be holding it awkward until I get my life figured out. So how do we do a square knot? So I'm going to wrap that way. And then I'm going to pull this side up through that loop. And then we're going to pull that through. Is this correct? That looks pretty right, maybe. Again, if I had like a little something to hold, I feel like that might be a little more helpful. But I really want to keep this bead centered. There we go. Hey, Amber. Oh, Viking says, that's funny. I just got my macrame strings in today and wood beads, but never knew how to do it. Right on. Well, come learn with me. So, and again, this would be... Ooh, I've got that stand for when I'm soldering. We might be able to use that. But once we get this first one, I think we'll be just fine. Or I could use a cork head and a pin. Okay, so what I've done here, I will demonstrate again. Let me grab a cork head and a pin. That's going to be the best way to do this. That's such a deal. All right. So here is my cork head. Boop. And normally, I would just put a little hook, like a little screw hook on the edge of some surface and hook onto that and do that, but that's not always the best way. I just have a safety pin. So let's see. We're going to pick this up. We're going to set that right here, and I am just going to pin, boop, like that into the top of the head. And now from here, I'm going to go, we have all of our cords that are down in the center. I'm actually going to stand so I'm nice and comfy. And I'm wrapping around this away. There are much better tutorials to watch than this, you guys. But do you see how and now whenever we tie it down, boom, we can kind of push and primp. It doesn't have to be perfect. Nothing's got to be perfect, you guys. So go ahead and let go of that. Good enough is plenty good enough. Okay, so now I'm going to take a 5mm lolly bead and I'm going to catch both of the ends of our beading cable. There's one. And then I'm going to do an 8mm moss agate. And we're going to slide that on up. And I want to be capturing both of the ends. Do you see how that's sitting so cute? And then let's do another one of the 5mm. You could use whatever size beads that you like. And then I'm going to try to split these so that, do I keep them where they're just going behind so we have a really nice lifted bead? I think so. Okay. So on the right hand side, that cable, this is coming below. And then this one's going under, over, and through. What do y'all think of that? Macrame. Boom. Woo, my hands feel so clumsy, but that's okay. Oh, I don't even like it. Oh, look at that. Oh, I hate it. Okay, let's try something else. I'm going to untie that. So what if in between each of these, oh, now that's an idea. Now I got to put something on this so my beads aren't just sliding off the end. Well, hey, Pamela, how's it going? That thing right there. And don't feel like you have to rush yourself into knowing exactly what it is that you want to be doing the second you start crafting. It is okay to be wandering in the dark and not know how or what you want to do something. Experiment, keep it spicy. I'm going to use this wee baby binder clip, which were not full size. Like, I think they're adorable, but I needed the 1-inch ones. And instead I bought 500 of these. So careful when you buy in bulk, you guys. So we're going to take this right here. There we go. Ooh, Viking says I'm teaching. Tomorrow I'm teaching my husband polymerclay jewelry making. It's a creative play date. Ooh, that sounds fun. Okay, so I'm coming underneath with just one of them. And then I'm going to go over and through. But I want to make sure that I'm getting around both, there we go, of those in the middle. And I want to tighten it down enough if I can get the center cable to not be visible. Boom, there's that. And then we're going to slide this one up, the moss agate. This is an 8mm. And we're going to go like that. And now I'm going to do where this one, because it's coming towards the front, I'm going to come underneath. And then I'm coming under and over and through. Whomp. And then we're just going to tie that down all nice and squanchy. Or wait, I'm making it spiral. I don't want it to spiral. We're going to undo it. Oh, I'm so happy we've got that tiny binder clip. That is the only thing holding me together right now is binder clips. And super glue. Okay. So then I want this one to be what comes to the front, right? Is that right? I don't know. I just work here. But we'll know once it starts like laying proper. Or is that spiraling too? Booger butts. Hey, Sabaya. I'm sitting here trying to craft with a little kitty. Oh, congratulations on Pippin, Sabaya. So now I'm going to have the left one go behind. And I'm going to have that one come behind. And then I'm going to go like, cha, cha, having it come through. No. All right. This will be fine. I said this will be fine. Okay, there we go. Sometimes you just got to tie it up pretty quick before it gets away. Boom, baby. Look at that. And now what do we do? Well, we made it this far. We could put a bunch of beads. Let's see, what size bead can I fit? Can I fit the 4mm on there? Aw. kitty love. Viking said, ooh, oh my gosh, I'm missing so many good comments. Hey, Misty. Isis says, yes, that's where the fun is, exploring different crafts, 100%. Well, hey, Ziddy says, I find beads at thrift stores all the time. It'd be so fun to make these. Oh my god, 100%. Thrifted beads are some of the best beads, I think. Do y'all glue in your eye screws if you use them? Typically, yeah, I like to give it a little bit of extra glue if I can. Viking says, we decided our life is not so hectic now and we needed a little fun, so creative play dates. It is every Saturday and once a week we will go on a ferry to an island. Oh my gosh, that's exciting. And sometimes you gotta, well, that bead's gone forever. Sometimes you gotta make your own excitement in this life, you know? Like, hey, Sonia. So I'm just gonna squeeze the end. And then, nope, that won't fit in there. Can I fit this one onto it? Kinda, if I'm real careful and kind of cram it a little. Yeah, that's not gonna go super great either, is it? Okay. So in which case we might just have a nice little loop coming down. So we're gonna have this one come behind and have that one come in front. And I'm gonna try to pull these center cords straight. The problem, I'm gonna tell y'all, oh my god. Oh, it's my husband. Okay, it's my Randy. I was like, who's coming into my house? It's he lives here. Who? What's that? More bills? What? My problem 120% of the time is that I'm not very good at math and my skill set is not where my ambition is. So it's like I really want to be able to make something that's like, you know, top tier complex macrame, and I'm over here crying because I suck at doing square knots. So and I feel that way all the time about crochet as well. So let's lock down this square knot. Yeah, right? Hey, Rosalie, how's it going? And so it's just gonna squish it. Like, if we poke it hard enough, will it stay where we want it to be? Or is this just a losing battle? Because I kind of want... Man, if we had like a sweet 2-hole bead or something that we could do like a little figure 8 wire thing or like a little wire loop or like an oval ring. Let's see. I don't have any brass toned ones over here. But yeah, that's not really laying flat. But I kind of love it. What do you think? Jump rings? Maybe. Maybe jump rings. We're just going to untie it. Hey, Heidi. Hey, Denise. Oh, how have you been? Maybe alternate the outer cords to become the inner cords for the next bead segment. Okay. What if we cross them in like a little X? No, I don't like that. Do I even need the second cord on this? What if we just don't do that at all? Well, hey, honey.
Your flea color for your...
From Mr. Pudums?
Your wanderer.
Oh, well, that's good. Yeah, we got Mr. Pudums a flea collar. Because we put drops on him. Oh, we're out of the camera. Thank you. I slowly start to wander away. So I really appreciate when y'all help me stay on track. So it's okay. We're just going to completely undo all of our hard work. And we're going to pull one of the cords out. We'll use that one from the other side. And now it might be even easier, except for I kind of hate it. So let's see if we can... Because I really liked the balance of there being 2 cords right from the get-go. So what I'm going to do here...
Metal tin.
That's wild. I'm coming around like it's a lark's head knot. and then feeding through. Let's get the kink out of it. Let's keep that bead covering up that. We must cover our shame. Oh yeah. So, oops. So now we're going to have a cute little bead. Just right there. And then maybe from here. Ooh, oh, you go to Penzik? That's cool. How do we do macrame?
For a different color card.
Oh, really? Well, I'm sorry, baby. Next time the debit card gets hacked, maybe they'll send you a different colored debit card. Yeah. Okay. So again, we're just going to do that nice little square knot. Coming around like that. And I'm going to see what if we hold our face just so. Oh, I love that. Look at how cute that is. You can't tell because the camera sucks. It's okay. It's a poor craftsman who blames their tools. I suck at capturing things on camera. There, I said it. Okay, so I'm going to bring this around like so. We're doing the other half of that square knot. This is cotton. I can starch this, right? Can I like iron this and make it stay? Herp and derp and doodle boop boop. Herp derp doodle doo doo. Okay, so now do we do another square knot like this? Ba-dum. Ba-dum cha. Ciao, how's it going? Oh. No, I've never gotten to go to Penzik, but I really wanted to back when we were traveling more. But we used to travel around to a lot of different like sci-fi and fantasy conventions and like arts and craft shows and even a couple of like single weekend Ren fairs. So we'd get to rub elbows. Yeah, I liked it better when it was in between each of the beads. We got to rub elbows with a lot of LARPers and folks who were in the SCA and different things. But we never had to, be there to get to meet them. We just got to hear about it so much that I wanted to go. I'm raising up my desk. Oh, Lita says my son won a few years back when he was king. Oh my goodness. That's exciting. Oh, hey, Wanda. Maybe the bigger bead is throwing off the design. Maybe. We're going to do, what's that called? A half hitch knot? I know one of y'all knows how to do macrame. Help. Help. And then we're just going to slide like that. And then I'm going to put this one going underneath. And then one like that. And then one like that. But I have great admiration for all of the like historical reenactment and stuff, like the depth of historical knowledge and the amount of imagination and stuff too that goes into doing all that stuff is just it sucks me right in. And I'm trying to make sure to alternate so that we don't end up with a spiral stitch. So we're a little slow going to get started, but here we are doing our thing. Look at that. Voila, nailed it. First try. Ooh, loose beads on the outer cords. I like that, Nancy. I just wish I wish our beads fit. So that is excellent, I do think. And so we did that one, and so now I'm going to go ahead and finish off the square knot. And then we're going to do a little 4mm bead. Ah, thank you, Khalidi. Sometimes you just never know unless you try. And then, so our little 4mm bead is going to have a full square knot on either side of it. Well, hey, Kelly, how's it going? Me likey, says Kathy. Right on. Oh, that makes me glad. And so I'm going to try to do 3 repetitions of this. Oh, but I worry that I'm not going to have enough cord. But that's for future me. I mean, it's imminent. It's going to be soon future me, but that's still her problem. Good luck, future me. You're going to need it. All right. So now we're going to put on another little 5mm bead. And we're going to do that half hitch. So we just have it coming around. I use my finger in here, not just to keep the bead in place from like sliding down on me, but to keep that loop there. And then I'm going to cross this over the top, and then I catch that and pull it through. JC says, I was a 59-year-old Pedzik virgin 2 years ago. It's not too late to go. 2 weeks of joy. Oh, wow. I'm going to be honest. The most challenging part for me at this time is 2 weeks away from the house, especially in the summer with our homestead and stuff. It's tricky to get away. But do you have to go for like the whole time, or oh, I just wanted to do a half one. So I'm just going to open that. Ooh, Kathy says you can measure what is left to guesstimate how much you have used for each. Ah, Randy! May I have a tape measure? I have a ton of tape. Sorry. I expired tortillas. I know. I know. Okay. So we're gonna using a tape measure. Sorry, I've seen some memes lately. I don't mean to cackle, but I've seen some memes where like you pull out the tape measure and it has like it's always something being like, how do you get Sharpie off of a tape measure, and it'll have a word here and it'll have a word here. If you know, you know. Okay, so we have 16 inches on this side and 15 on this side. So what is that? 31. And we started with 44 inches. I have reached the threshold of what I'm capable of doing with math in my head without writing it down. Because the numbers turn to soup, y'all. Ooh, hey, Michelle. I'm making a macrame cord for necklace for attaching to this bad boy right here. And I'm pretty excited. I was going to do like a little jump ring on either end. So there's that one. We're going to go ahead and put on the 8mm moss agate. That's a good idea, Walk. Walk says you have 2 cords, make 2 halves, connect at clasp and pendant. Excellent. Okay, so now I'm going to wrap this around that way. Because it's like, oh man, I haven't done macrame since we first, like, it's been a long time. Hey, Poonam, how's it going? Okay, and then just threading. But whenever, like, macrame was one of the things that we did to help, like, beef up the booth a little bit for our very first couple of craft shows. Because it was a great way to turn some of our pendants and some, don't have a ton of beads left over. But, hey, Enchanted Studios. It was a great way of using up like some rogue beads, but I used the hemp, which was so scratchy. Oh, really? Jay says, no, you can come and go. We're lucky only an hour and a half away. Now that's the way to do it. Is the equation 22 minus 15 inches, leaving approximately 7 inches per unit? You'll have barely enough for 3 units. Okay. Thank you, Kathy. I think we might just do, let's push it and see. We're going to try to do 3. Okay. And so now I'm going to complete this square knot. Now I may change the pattern too to just finish it off. because this will be taking us around to the clasp end. I wanted this end attached to the pendant. Well, hey Pi, how are you doing today? Just being really careful that I'm not buckling and bending our center wire. We don't necessarily want this to be the tightest that we can possibly make it to be. We want to use, I like using a stiffer cord, like this woven cotton cord, to just hold its shape. Oh, I'm doing really well. Thank you for asking. So there's that. And then I'm just going to keep using some of these 4mm beads. Though we could totally sneak in another gemstone type if we wanted. But I'm just going to do a couple of these since, which I really appreciate you doing the math on that. Hey Dominique, how are you doing today? Just coming around, tying that knot. Sliding that bead on. Oh, Jay says your work is beautiful, or use an oval cab as the focus. Oh, yeah. Well, I really wanted to use this leaf here that we made in our tutorial that we published yesterday. So if you can kind of picture, it's going to be attached like so. And just because I'm so bad about, I'll make like a bunch of pendants and then never finish them into anything else, which fortunately, like on our booth and on our website, you know, we make it work. But I really wanted to practice, you know, doing something new and different for me. Okay. So we're going to do, how should we do this? Because I feel like whenever I get to the end and I just snip, like, do you just rely on glue to keep that in place? Like, you know what I mean? I'm going to do one more while I think about it. And if you were a better macrame weaver, tyer than I am, you'd have very, very even loops here. I'm having trouble pulling that off, but it's worthwhile to, you know, shoot for. Hey Marianne, how's it going? So I lost my crimp tube. No, I set it aside specifically so, haha, I found it. So I'm gonna need about here is gonna be where I do my crimp bead. I am super duper eyeballing that, but wish me luck. So I'm gonna thread this bead on, and I'm gonna thread this crimp tube on, and then I'm going to thread on another one of these rings. Oh, Khalidi, that is such a good idea. She says, would it work to tightly wrap wire around both cords at the end? Well, we're going to freaking try it because I love that idea. But I'm still going to try to get this bound off down here like this. And then I'm going to track it back through. And it doesn't have to be going. I'm going to undo that so that we can encase a little better. Do not hesitate to be kind of terrible at something, you guys, or to have to constantly be ripping something out or doing it a different way. We learn so much when we let ourselves play and experiment and get it wrong, so that we have a deeper understanding when we get it right, I think. Okay, so now, ooh, I'm actually just going to make that come up a little bit shorter, because this second bead that we added, I'm just going to use that to cover up the crimp. So coming in just as we did before with the kidney bean, crimping that down. You can kind of see how the light reflects off of it. Let's risk being zoomed in a little so you can see how that's a little kidney bean shape. And then I'm going to come in and I am just going to squish it together. And then I go like smoosh. And then I'm going to kidney bean again. Smoosh. Do you see how that gave it that little crimp right there? And then we may be able to go like smoosh. And so that is like really nice and crimped. But now our little bead that we put on there has a large enough inner diameter that it just completely covers the crimp bead. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's called a rough draft. Heck yeah. I'm going to set that off to the side. There's enough of that little cable cord thing that I'm just going to loosen that knot and tuck that on up in there and then tighten that down just a smidge. Oh, well, thank you so much, Kathy, for your support, being a happy crafter. Now keep an eye out. Just about every Sunday we post a 20% off coupon that for our Happy Crafter Club members that you can use on our whole website. My fingernails are so dirty from the garden. I'm sorry, you guys. I scrubbed them, I did. I'm just constantly either dirt or paint or something stained. Alright. I know I said I was going to use that to cover the crimp bead, but I'm going to scooch it on back up. And I wonder if I can come up through here, coming through that loop. And I'm going to go ahead and flip it around and tack it down. Let's zoom back out. You don't need to see every pore in my skin. And so from here, I'm just going to kind of weave down. Good honest dirt, yeah. As much as we can manage, for sure. I don't know if there's any benefit at all to me doing it like this. Coming back down from the other way, but it at least gets a little bit of that cord. Yeah, and this is going to be pretty close to the back of the neck. It doesn't have to be perfect. Oh, but what if we came through like this? Ooh, Marianne says, I'm making my first competition piece right now. I'm so excited. I'm building an Art Deco style pendant using a chrysocolla stone. Wow, a competition piece. I'd love to hear more about that. That sounds exciting. Hawk says, gotta go. I'm making and canning hamburger stew. Ooh, have fun and happy canning. Yeah, so from here I feel okay about I'll trim it and like put a little bit of super glue, I suppose. Though we could, I may do a little bit of a little wire thing like there just to hold it down for good measure. It's for the Idaho Gem Club where I teach a wire wrapping workshop once a month. Oh, that's fun. Oh, well, thank you so much, Darth Skylar. Says your wire wrapping is so awesome. Thank you for your videos. You help a lot. I'm so glad to be helpful to you. All right. So there's one side. Let's get it to completion. Let me go grab my super glue before doing the other side. I like that they're all laid out like that. Gotcha. Ooh, Marion says, I would love to learn channel setting from you. Man, I don't even know how to do channel setting. I'd love to learn channel setting. There we go. Or just singe it. With it being cotton, as opposed to a synthetic fiber, I don't know if that will work. Can we glue it and then set it on fire? Hey, Royal Peach. Hey, Dolores. You show me that spider on your desk? Oh, yeah. Kablam. So this is, were we making this in a live stream last week? This is how she came out. Super duper digging it. Absolutely love. She's one of our basic spiders with armor on. All right. Do I glue it and then cut it? Or do I cut it and then glue it? Woof. I'm going to glue and then cut because I'm nervous. All right. Also, is gel super glue okay? I don't know. Ooh, hangry. Hey, Amy, how are you doing? I got some. Oh, now I have super glue on my fingers. That's great. It's fine. Does blowing on it make it go faster? I'm going to blow on it just in case. Because I don't want there to be like an icky bit of itchy super glue. Ah, oh, Michelle. Marianne says, are you not streaming on Kick anymore? We are dual streaming to Kick on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday when we stream to our Craft Along with Vaughn live stream channel. Wish me luck, you guys. Oh, that makes me nervous. Uh-oh. I'll just have to test wear this one. It's a square knot, but channel settings have to be in small gauge wires with a slightly larger wire underneath. I'm also trying to learn more about it. Okay. With the coating not fused with it. I don't know. Let me find a lighter. That was a lot faster than I thought it would be. Wish me luck. I don't know why that just happened, but all right, there we go. Are you... Is super glue flammable?
Yeah.
Oh. I guess I'll put a lid on it. Whew. Man, why is this on? Okay. No, it just burns. It didn't melt. It just burnt.
Please don't burn down the house.
Okay, I won't do anything else with fire until you come back in. I promise. I love you. Bye-bye. Okay, we're gonna have to set some stuff on fire real quick. Do what? Absolutely. Okay. And now I'm gonna stress test and see how this does. Oh yeah, that'll be fine. And now this would look, how would that look? We'll just use 2 rings to attach just there to the side. And that'll come off. Or do we do a wire wrapped? Ooh, I kind of want to do a wire wrapped link to join the 2. But we'll do the other half of the macrame first. And then go from there. What should we do with these little strings? Square wire is probably better than the round for the bottom as it will let it sit on. I've tried both and that's what I've been using. Okay. Oh, for the channel setting? Oh, I'm so glad that you like the spider that you have, Michelle. That makes me happy. Kaylin says, what is this weaving pattern called? Oh, I don't know. It's just square knots, I think. And I did a little, I'm going to try to replicate this little lark's head knot there at the beginning, but we'll see. We'll see what we're able to do. Because that's usually the hardest part for me, isn't doing it once, it's getting the other side to match. So we have, and now we can measure and see how much beading cable we need. Definitely, faux show, gonna need 2 more crimp tubes. There we go. 1, 2. Josh goes too fast. Oh, I must have missed something. I don't know who Josh
Did you
is.
hear that?
What's up, baby?
The squirrels are angry.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
I bet they are.
They're in the trees screaming at me.
Oh, these things happen. We got the trees trimmed, so the squirrels are having a harder time invading the house. Okay. And so we're just gonna tuck that end, slide that crimp tube up. Gonna go ahead. We're gonna do that crimp again. Do y'all want me to zoom or be zoomed out? Boop. Poor squirrels. I don't know, man. Like, they're running in our walls, like they're destroying things in our house. There we go. Okay, so now I'm gonna try to measure. Yeah, that should do it. And then we can snip. Oh my goodness. Jay says, I want to thank you. You're relaxing me. Our house got struck by lightning today. Oh my goodness. Was everybody all right? Oh, that sounds like I mean, I hope everybody's okay. But even if everybody's okay, that still sounds like it's a little bit of a nightmare. Sarah, that's right. Squirrels, rats with good PR. Yeah. I vote for the animals all of the time. I'm not running them out of the yard. I need to, they wouldn't like it if I went in and destroyed their house. So. Wow. Jay says we were definitely being watched over. No one was injured, no fire, just scared. Wow. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm glad it wasn't as bad as it could have been for sure. I want to go ahead and try to thread on. I don't know if this is a good or bad decision, but here I go. I'm putting on our 4mm. Oh, you're such a sweetie, Itzy. I feel like a grumpy lumpkin most of the time. And then we're going to do a 5mm. Ooh, Sarah says got a new polishing wheel, been soldering silver rings. Ooh. That sounds fun. And then I'm going to do one of the 8mm. If I was being very particular, I would try to make sure that the stones match really well. Nobody got time for that. And then another 4mm. And then a 5mm. Okay. Well, hey, Renee, how's it going? Hey, Rachel. So we did one, two, three, four more of the 4mm. So it's 1, 2, 3, and 4. What kind of polishing wheel did you get, Sarah? Don't forget to hydrate. That's a good point. Threading that on. And so that's a big difference that the macrame makes. You know, if it's just the beads versus the beads with the macrame. Okay, lining those two ends up. I'm gonna and again, I don't know if this is a good idea, but it's what I'm gonna try. That looks to be pretty even. I'd rather give myself a little more length than not enough. Well, hey, Butter, how are you doing? I've just got a song stuck in my heart today. Polishing wheel for my bench grinder. Got a soft cloth wheel. Should add the best shine. Okay. So we're going to tighten that down, and before crimping, yeah, the length looks good. And then the squishy smush, we'll go ahead and zoom in this time. So we did the kidney bean and then we did the squish, so you can kind of see how that's brought around. And so now I'm just going to come in like this, and I'm going to go like, well, let's squish it better first off. And then with the flats, I'm going to, let's just use our flat nose pliers for this part. Squash, there we go. And then I'm going to put it back in the kidney bean. So you can kind of see, there's the kidney bean and there's the round. Squish. And I kind of chew on it a little bit. Hey, Bodega. Today I am experimenting with macrame. Did that work? Oh, I think it worked. I'm not in frame though, so we're going to zoom back out. And I'm going to thread some of these on down to that odd bit. That should be plenty. And so we're going to bring this over here. Hey Soul, how are you doing today? All right, so now we have, here it is. So how did we do this on the first one? We did a little bit of a lark's head knot. So I'm going to find the middle point. And I'm going to bring this up behind all of our beads. There we go. And then I'm going to drop both of those ends, and I'm just going to feed one of them up. I'm probably doing this more complicated than it needs to be, but here we are. Yeah, no. We're taking it off the cork head for a moment. So if it's behind our bead, I want it coming in through the front. And all I mean by the front is the side that's facing me. And then we're going to take this and we're going to feed through right there. And then we'll just tighten that down. And we'll get that pinned right back into place. It looks like it's working. Okay, and so now we're gonna bring it around. I'm gonna stand back up. And we're gonna get that first knot. There we go. And I just pull just a little to try to get the knot nice and tidy, because again, I don't want to be cinching so tight that everything goes out of whack. There we are. And we're going to do a complete square knot, so let's go ahead and do it on the left side. My nickname is Workshop with a couple of my buddies. Nice. And now from here we can thread on up. And the good news is we already prototyped out the design on the first side, so now we just gotta go. So I'm going to do the first half of the square knot. Oh, well, thank you so much, Kathy. Kathy says, had issues with squirrels in Cheyenne, Wyoming. They're pernicious. Up and down the stairs to the kitchen. Also had deer and sparrowhawks in the yard. That was wonderful. The rest was not so good. Yeah. Well, and I love groundhogs, except for when they dig their tunnels under my house, which the house has been here since 1905, so it's not like we've just recently displaced a bunch of wildlife. I need a place to live too. Hey, Benjamin. And so just for reference, we're going to have this one right next to it. And I do a full square knot in between this 5mm and the next bead, which is just a wee bitty 4mm. You know, I bet it'd be super fun to do macrame on memory wire. What do y'all think of that? But yeah, our house's foundation is seeking in 2 different directions, and the groundhogs were not helping. Oh, well, hey, TMO. Hello and good night. Not on memory wire. It has that constant curve, but on the beading wire that you're using, yes. Right on. Well, I was thinking specifically for memory wire bracelets, but to have it have the pattern of the macrame. It just won't hold the knot real well. Oh, gotcha. Right, Kathy? So there's one we did on the right side first, and so now I'm going to come through here, and then we're going to come around there. Oh no, is it really Itsy? I'm so sorry to hear that. We just got the tree branches trimmed to where they're not on the house anymore, because there was one of them that was rubbing just directly onto where the electrical comes into the house. No, they weren't supposed to help. But I mean, they could have just not, though. It would have been cool. Like, we've got a whole shed they could have dug under, which they did. But then they had to dig under the house too, and I was like, come on, bro. Come on, yeah. I see, said the blind woman. Right? I hear you, said the deaf man. Ooh, Walk in the Rain says leather cord on memory wire, maybe? Worth a shot. we're going to do that double square, like, or the full square knot, rather. Let me see if I can get a little bit more light. Is that helpful to y'all, or is it just blinding me? I recommend twisting it into a 3-strand cable first. It might mitigate the curve it has. And so trying to make sure we have it matching. So we'll slide up a 4mm and do-si-do with a square knot. There we are. And slide that up. I think I'm going to try that next, you guys, is we'll make a matching little, or maybe not matching, but we'll do wow, all these blind people. Yep. Oh, I see, said the blind man to his deaf son as he picked up his hammer and saw. I've not heard that before. And I'm trying to remember now how we finished off this end. Oof. Ooh, different colors. That would be neat. Do you mean of the cord or of the beads? Ooh, suede lacing around the memory wire. That would be really nice too. Really nice texture. I think that would be. Oh, both. Well, this is actually my first time delving back into macrame in like in my memory. Like it's been like a decade, unless I've done it at some point in the past 10 years and completely forgotten, which is a possibility. Hey, how in the heck did I? Boop, 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 boop. I'm gonna slide that bad boy up. Wow. I had a lazy eye as a kid and had to wear an eye patch, but I'm glad I still got both of them. Do you wear like I'm sorry if this is like an inappropriate question, but I watch a lot of Lamport Glass where they make like prosthetic eyes. Do you happen to like, I'm not going to bother you about it, but if you want to talk about it, I'm all ears. Okay. So I'm going to go, we're going to slide that up. Do one more square knot, right? Wait, no. We gotta backtrack, y'all. I remember. I don't know which side I'm supposed to go in through from. I just know I did both of them through the same side. Gotta get that kink out of there. There we go. And then it looks like I'm going to go ahead and flip this over so that we can see. Which I appreciate all y'all coming and hanging out with me today here in the craft room. Jay says, yes, I have a prosthetic eye, or I can really freak people out and take it out and run around with a patch or without. Ooh, right on. Wait, I don't feel like that was correct. Okay, let's try again. We gotta make sure we do that part where we cross it over. That way it knots around its own self. On my own head? How would somebody drop me on my own head? Oh, okay. That would be cool though. And then finishing it off with the same number of knots, if I can help it, as what we did on the other side. So that's looking pretty good. I'm going to glue it again, but I don't know if we need to try to set it on fire. I don't know if that was helpful. But again, if I were using a nylon or a paracord or something of that sort, I think but this one's completely... It's like a organic fiber. Like it's a cotton. It's not like a synthetic. That's what I'm looking for. Hey, Saki girl, how's it going? Kathy asks, are those closed rings and what size are they? These are 18 gauge square stainless steel rings. Now, what I mean by the square is that the wire that they're made from is square, but clearly the ring is round. But I get these from the Ring Lord. They're stainless steel. They come opened, just like regular jump rings, like these ones here. So you do have to close them by hand, like they're not welded or anything. But with the 18 gauge, it's robust enough that we don't have to worry about them coming undone. Well, thank you, Sonia. I'm really excited to have gotten both sides to match. Let's go ahead and get our glue on. Well, hey, Anne, how are you doing today? Kathy says square knot is basic macrame. Yeah, that's why I'm starting with it. I haven't done macrame in ages. Basic is still beautiful, though, I think. I'm just kind of pulling. Oh, don't want to glue it to myself. Just putting a little bit of that super glue in there. Still don't know if blowing on it helps, but it makes me feel better. Snip. Snip. Very pleased with that. Okay, so now we run into the problem of being out of frame. Our rings are laying, I don't want it laying like this because then it's not going to lay flat on the neck. So let's see. I'm going to use, these are some 18 gauge round stainless steel rings. I just like stainless steel because Giovanna says, remember that super glue crystallis things? What's that? Looking for my jump rings. Gotta find my pliers. Okay, we're gonna open all 4 of these. Or wait, were we gonna do a wire wrapped? Oh. Well, either way, I still feel like doing these. But if you want to do... Oh, wow, Barbie, that's wild. Well, thank you so much for hanging out, Sonia. So this is a way of attaching it. Crystallized. Oh, this ring isn't quite big enough. So I'm going to huck them back into the thing. Well, hey, Boo. How are you doing? And here I have an 18 gauge 1/4 inch. Next size up, it'll give us a little bit more wiggle room for the pendant to move freely. Hey, Joanne. My name is Batul. Oh, well, hey. So we're going to hook that on there, hook that on there. And I think just one ring, while it would certainly structurally do the trick, I think it looks nice when I use two. I just like the look of it. Itzy says, Vaughn, have you seen those cheap handheld consoles with all the retro games that have been advertised everywhere? I got Mellow one and it came today at 2 p.m. He's still playing it now. Oh my gosh, really? I think Randy's cousin gave him one for Christmas a few years back, but he hasn't really set it up or put it together, I think. But, oh, I'm so glad that he's enjoying it, Itzy. Well, hey, Gilded Wiresmith. Says, hey, Vaughn, love what you're working on. Well, thank you. But yeah, I just love the way that that looks. So we could do that, or we could take, would we use a copper or a vintage bronze wire, do you think? Because I have both. Let's see which one fits through my bead. Oh, well, thank you, Lori. I think it really adds like just a little extra touch. I mean, and it's just one. Oh, it'll fit on either. So we've got a 16 gauge and an 18 gauge here. Which would you rather see? The antique copper or the vintage bronze? Ooh, a Byzantine chainmail bail. That would look so good, Jay. You're right. Hello. Hey, Andrea. Ooh. Vintage bronze. I think so. We'll do one in each. Yeah, I think I'm going to do the vintage bronze because it ties with the beads. There we go. Though I don't know if I have enough. Let's see. Let's use the little 4mm beads as like a little bead cap, sort of, on either end. Andrea says, how are you and Randy? I'm having a lazy, lovely day here in Southern California. Still in PJs at 3:30 p.m. Oh, we're doing pretty good. It's just been life. You know, what do you even say? You know, we're lucky to still be kicking. But oof. So this wire's too short to do the wrapped loop that I would like to do. But sometimes that's how it be. So I'm going to go against everything we just talked about. I'm going to use this 20 gauge wire that I have a whole spool of right here, just because it's immediately in front of me. So, but I want to make it look like good. And this stainless steel rings really have me. I kind of want to do that chainmail. Oh, that'd be nice. All right, we can take it all apart if we change our mind. Okay, so to do a wrapped link, I'm working off the spool here. And I'm gonna take my mandrel pliers, because unlike my round nose pliers that are tapered, my mandrel pliers, this whole segment is the same width, whereas this one, it just gets from small to large. Like, it's nice and a gradual increase. I'm looking for that consistently sized. And I'm coming down just by like 2 inches. And I'm gonna wrap once and twice around the smallest barrel of my mandrel pliers. And then I'm going to wrap, there's once, twice, and thrice. We could have stopped at just 2, but I like the 3. We're going to snip it. I'll set that off to the side. And then we're going to slide these beads up. And now we're going to come over here. And I like these pliers because these are the 2mm stepped flat nose pliers from riogrande.com. This is not sponsored. I just love these pliers. Because I can use it to separate the bead and the bend, and I'll have the correct amount of space to get my loops to match. And then we're gonna get our pliers in there, and we're gonna wrap once. Just bringing it all the way around, and twice. And I like this because it simulates the double, or repeats that double loop pattern. And then we're gonna go, there's 1, 2, and 3. You see how that fits? Sorry if I wandered out of frame a little. Ooh! Penzic has affected me really into chainmail. Right on. And then I'm going to continue wrapping just down. Just doing like a little vine effect. And then I'm just going to get in there. And I used to wrap all the way back up to the base of these loops, but then it would make one end look just a little bulky. And so I'm just going to shape that down. Like smoosh, no pokey bits. You want to check with your fingertips, no pokey bits. And so from here, we can take this and I'm going to skew it to where right here, can I fit both of these through here? Oh, I should have tested that first. Oh my gosh, thank goodness. So yeah, you want to make sure that your loop is large enough to accommodate all of the jump rings that you're going to be wanting to put through it. But this way, we can hook around like so. And I am trying to be deliberate about which way my bead link is facing, because it has like a cute side where the wire crosses over it, and then it has like a clean side where the wire like there's this side and then there's this side. And so you get to be a little intentional here. I did it backwards. Crap. You can try to be intentional with which way you want your bead link dangling. So there's one. And then hooking through, and then there is 2. Oh, I like that. Now we would open up this jump ring that our macrame and beading cable, the beading wire that's there in the inside, there's a little crimp bead hidden inside that bead. I'm going to open and hook through and then close it. And I want to make sure that the closure is nice and smooth on this. There we go. So there's that, which I think is super cute. So you could have done the whole necklace in wire wrapped bead links like this, or you could have done the whole necklace in just macrame. But I'm going to go through and I'm going to make the little bead with the wire on either side, because I think this is going to be very comfortable sitting along the neck. And we'll get to try this on here in a minute and see for realsies if we like it. I guess now would be a really good time to try it on. But I want to go ahead and make the other bead link while it's fresh in my mind. Ah, well, thank you, Sarah. I absolutely love hybrid pieces that use multiple techniques into a single piece. They're like my absolute favorite. So same as before. Coming just a few inches down. There's 1 and 2 wraps. And then 1, 2, and 3. Now we'll come up in there and snip. Set that off to the side. Smells like something's on fire, but it wasn't me this time. And then using our pliers, I'm going to do nice and snug on the beads. Do that bend. Little 90-degree bend like that. Andrea says, oh, Vaughn, before I forget, I'm going to send you an email about a ring I bought from you. I have a question or two about the repair that is needed. Just wanted to give you a heads up about the email. Oh, thank you, Andrea. I'm quite behind on emails right now, but I will do my best. There's the second loop around. There we go. Oops. And then we're going to come onto this side and we're going to go 1, 2, and 3. And then I'm going to wrap around. There's 1. Now, if I was real careful, I could have done this to where they'll be like perfectly mirror imaged of each other. I'm not super torn up about that right now, but you can put all the effort and attention to detail that you desire into your piece. It doesn't have to be perfect. Don't feel like it has to be any way or the other. There we go. It's like something is fire, but it wasn't me this time. You can totally relate to that, right? Night night, Giovanna. Gotta find those closures on the jump rings. Hey, Brooke, how are you doing? See, I think, pardon me. Yeah, I'm gonna have it, oh, it just rolled, but we'll figure it out. You're gonna hook through like that, and then close that ring. And then hook through. I find it's easier sometimes to add the jump ring to the front as opposed to the back side. I'm having a not so fun day. Oh no! Behold, a distraction. Andrea says, are you getting fall color in the leaves where you are? Yes. And oh my God, it is gorgeous. Like, it's really popping off this year. Pardon me. We had enough rainfall that it's not just leaves dying and falling off the trees. They're kind of taking their time and really changing colors. Pardon me, I don't mean to sniffle in your ear. Field trip sunset already. But we do have some garden vlogs over on our Making It on a Quarter channel, which is where we put them now instead of the Vonster vlog. The Vonster vlog's just getting my belly dance stuff, which I'm very excited to be fully committing myself to over the winter. We're actually starting a new cycle of lessons at the studio I study at on Saturday, tomorrow. So I'm excited for that. Okay, super duper digging it. Let's go ahead and throw a clasp on this bad boy. These are like 9x14 stainless steel rings. No, whatever the heck that is. Lobster claw clasp. There we go. And then I'm going to be using, this is some of the 19 gauge plated iron chain from, you could get it from Panda Hall. I got this from the Ring Lord. And this is in their like platinum tone or something. I don't know. I like the titanium and platinum tones of findings more than I like the silver tone because I find it matches stainless steel just a little better, to my eye at least. So there's our extender chain. That way it could be worn however short or long as you like. And then on this side, do we attach with a jump ring? Or do we use one of these? So whenever I'm designing a necklace, I like to intentionally incorporate a fail point, the weakest link. And I try to have that be right up by the clasp. That way it is the easiest place to repair for if something happens. Because if you're wearing a necklace and, like, let's say you're taking off a backpack or you've got a young child or something like that, tugging on your necklace, I don't want to get choked out wearing my jewelry. And so by designing in a specific fail point, it makes sure that I'm not like Batman's mom with my, cheaply and poorly strung pearls. I'm just saying, in an alley somewhere, my necklace will break cleanly, hopefully. Let's use this this super high tech. I've got calipers somewhere. So it looks like the ring is 4 millimeters wide. That's the outer diameter by 5 millimeters, 5 or 6 millimeters long. And we get to try this on. Hello guys, let me fight with the tripod a little. It's that time of stream again. That's the tripod, I promise. Okay. Gotcha. Panda Hall's got some good chain selection, I think. Okay. Right? Exactly, Kathy. If you're the richest family in Gotham, you can afford like silk strung pearls with a knot in between them. I'm just saying. But anyways. And that's the closest you'll ever hear me be a jewelry snob about anything. I'm just sassing. Okay, so this is how the necklace is looking. Let's go ahead and see how it sits. I'm glad I added the extender chain. This would probably fit really well as a choker on like my niece. Oh, I freaking love it. Oh, I love how that sits just right vertical against the neck. I love how the leaf is just vibing there in the middle. Checking to make sure. Well, thank you, baby. But yeah, so I've got it like hooked like right there. So we could add a wrapped bead link on either end here to give it a little bit more length. But I think it'll be just fine. And there it is, a little bit looser to where it can sit with a little dangle. Let's see. It feels good. It's sorry, I'm testing to see because like I'm chubby, so I got like all my folds and rolls, and I want to make sure that nothing's pinching. It feels really good. It's not itchy. And that's the biggest thing, that for years and years, whenever I made macrame, it was from that hemp cord that's like itchy to my skin. At least I actually like it a little bit. Oh, well, thank you, Khalidi. It's a whole aesthetic. Is, I think, what the kids would say. All right, there we are. Yeah, I love that. I love it just sitting on my neck. I'm very, very pleased. I personally would have preferred a brown cord, but that looks nice, I guess. Like, I don't know, scratchy hemp cord. Yep. What were we gonna look at next? Oh, I wanted to see how it looks with my mask. I gotta take my glasses off though, so I can't. Yeah, I legitimately can't read chat now, but that's okay. You don't need to read nothing when you look this cute. No, I still need to read stuff. Okay, so just imagine that I've got like giraffe lashes on for like coming out and like big old honking elf ears. Do what, baby? Like pterodactyl wings, yes. So the cord's gonna go here and here to attach it to my face. Oh, thank you, Brooke. She's like, your color scheme is so nice today. Well, thank you. Um, it's autumn, and I am ready. All right. Well, we still have like 15 minutes. What else should we make today, you guys? Like, I'm digging that. But yeah, and it just sits. You can see there in the back, it's got some of that chain, which I think is just fine. There's one scratchy bit right there, and you know what it is? It's where I super glued the cord. It's not a problem though. Gotta run and put my sister's chickens up. It was good seeing your beautiful face. Love you, Sabaya. Mwah, bye. Have fun with the chickens. Randy already went and put mine away for me. Hey, Cassini, how's it going? But yeah, so I don't know. I want to do more research and find out how other folks finish the ends of their macrame necklaces. Because I'm going to be honest, I don't much care for wearing jewelry that's got the little like loose cord ends. They drive me nuts. So Sarah says, did you ever do a tutorial for the leaf earrings that match the other polymerclay leaf pendant? I have not yet. Our next tutorial coming up is on how to do 2 different styles of polymerclay roses that use a little tray bezel for the back. And so, and the clay is the worst color of clay to demonstrate that on because it's so difficult for the camera to pick up on it. But I love these styles. Well, hey baby, what's up? You letting that dog out? Cone of shame, the Z dog there. He hates his feet, so he has to wear his cone. Otherwise, he chews on himself. But we got him new meds, and we're gonna see what works.
Him farting on me.
Oh, is he in there farting on you?
Yeah.
Oh, baby. So, oh, what was that? Vivian says, how fun. I'm very excited. So probably after the week after next will be whenever we do the leaf earrings. And that way we end up with like a whole set. Ooh, how about a bead on loose cord ends equals dangles? That's a very good idea. I hate wearing them because I'll forget that they're there. And especially if they're on like a necklace or something, I'll be like, woo, because it'll feel like there's something on me. And I don't like that. So, and more than anything, I like to wear jewelry that I like to wear. So I need to do more research and figure that out. But do y'all have any questions about anything before we go today? Because I don't think I have enough time to really start another project. But I'm really digging it. And I do love it with the colors. Oh, you make that neat leaf necklace beautiful. Oh, well, thank you. How about, okay. One of the ways I avoid scratchy ends is to make cordage out of cotton string, then use a splicing technique from Anthony's Book of Knots. That is a very good book. I don't know how to splice this woven cord though. And so, is that something that you would have done here with the splicing? Because I am using cotton, but it's like, man, if you could zoom in, it looks just like paracord. 100% looks just like paracord, except it's made out of cotton. So it even has like, I think a center strand possibly. Louise says, thank you, honey. Where are all the good sites to buy all of these things when you're first starting off making jewelry? We do link down. I get a lot of stuff on Amazon because unless I'm buying in bulk, oh really? Is one of the neighbors having a burn?
I don't know.
Gotcha. I like buying from Fire Mountain Gems. I like buying from Panda Hall. A lot of it depends on what you're looking to purchase. A lot of the sellers that I've found also sell on Amazon and even have like Temu listings and stuff. So sometimes it can be more about what you're looking to find for sale more than just which site to just go to. But if I had to rattle some off, it's not waxed cotton. It's a round cotton cord that you can kind of see the texture of how it's woven. and it doesn't seem to have a specifically detachable core. So I lied about that. I thought it did. It doesn't. Sarah says, I miss your link page on your website. I really need to get that put back together. I do. But it was kind of hard to keep up with because we do links to stuff and then it's like, well, it was doing them into all the video descriptions because then like that link wouldn't work anymore. But I linked it in like 12 different videos. And so it's just, I don't know. I found it in a drawer in my house, but I know whenever I bought it, I was using it for like leather and stuff. Like we would make little cotton $1 necklaces as an alternative to chain. And so we would put like a little crimp, we would glue a little crimp thing on the end and attach. And that's what this cord is left over from. So you can use a simple paracord splice where you take out some of the center strands, then thread the running end through the open side. Ooh, how funny, I do the same. Right on. Oh, hey, big boy. What you doing, you big stinky dog? I love you. I love you. But yeah, so I'm excited. I kind of want to do more macrame. I bet if we had just started, we'd have been halfway through by now. So I was thinking about making a super cool like macrame upper armband for like when I'm at belly dance class I just love stuff that sits up there. So what do you think, Z-Dog? Should we go ahead and try to make another bracelet? Well, that sounded like a yes to me, so we're gonna go. Now, the only thing, I always want to make sure that I'm actually using, do what, honey? 7 minutes, says Randy. He's so good at staying on time. We're in the heckins. Okay, so you gotta use, there they are, the memory wire cutters. You cannot just use your regular old wire snips because they're weak sauce. And this memory wire, it's gonna want the super duper awesome ones. Now, I do like to finish the end. I'm just gonna put a little loop on it real quick. That'd be awesome, Bodega. I'd appreciate that. But again, I don't know when I'll be able to get back to you because we're super behind on emails. So there you can see, it's just a little loop. And then I'm going to put the rest of these moss agate on here. And I'm going to alternate the 6mm metal beads and the 8mm moss agate. So in between each one, I'm doing 2. Just threading them on, sliding them down. And so I don't really know if I'll need all of them, but we can always trim some of the end off. And if we used, do you remember how much cord we used to do the first, like, one part of the necklace? I think we used, like, it was the length of my desk. So I'm going to need, like, that and a half, probably. This is a great way to use up these 6mm lolly beads. So there's that. And then one more to grow on. So there's all of our beads. Uh-oh, I have a sneeze coming. Woo! Excuse me. That'll wake you up. Have you ever made a wire wrap and bead design on memory wire? I've done herringbones. A herringbone on memory wire before. Oh, thank you, Brooke. And then I'm just going to do another little loop. Just like that. I'm going to try to do it as best I can, even though I may end up snipping it off. Gilded Wire Smith says, love macrame. Seems like there's a million different ways to finish the ends. I think you're right. Where did I put the end of the... Uh-oh. This is how we get knots. There we go. So I'm going to give myself just a full arm span. snipping it. And we got our cork head back. Where's my pin? There it is. I need to close that loop a little better if I'm going to make sure my cord is encased well. Okay, so I'm just going to do a single strand again, and I'm just feeding it through. Well, hey again, Jay. All right. And we're going to come in, and it's a little cumbersome, but we're just going to wrap. There's one. So I'm trying that concept that we were doing on the beading wire, like the beading cable. So there's one. I'm going to start it and finish it with just 3 square knots. So there's 2. So I'm coming behind it, but I keep that space open with my fingers. Is this angle helpful to you guys at all? And then I want to complete it on the other side. And then we're going to string that bead up. There's one. And then I'm stringing another bead up and doing, there's 2. And then bringing that other one up and going 1 and well, hey Linda, how are you doing? Oh my goodness, y'all, this looks really good. Like, that's a tripod, I promise. Check that out, just there on the memory wire. So we did the whole knot, and then I'm gonna just repeat it. So there's 1, and then sliding up the 8mm. Well, hey, multi-technology, how's it going? And there's that one. Now, with a stiffer core, with this memory wire as opposed to a beading wire, I feel like I can tie a lot tighter on the knot. And it makes, I feel like I can go a little faster, you know? This might be a fantastic way to make little macrame chokers. So we'll just slide that up. And then we're just doing a half. Sliding that up. Khalidi says, does memory wire make a good circlet foundation? I think if you could find a memory wire that's nice and big, perhaps. This is actually a necklace memory wire, and I don't know if I could get it to be big enough to go around my giant noggin, but that's a good question. That's worth exploring, worth experimenting for sure. So we're just going to thread that up, and I don't even really feel like I need the pin now. Will the cord slip off the end? I have a loop made there on the end that the cord is through, so I don't think we'll have to worry about that. Ooh, 6 o'clock. So keep an eye out on our social media. We will be posting a picture of this whenever it's done. Though I'm still going to have to research to find out. I may have to just get happy about having dangly, loose, weird tickle ends on my macrame because I'd rather it tickle than itch. You know? Oh, you're good, Erica. All right, y'all. It is 6 p.m. So Randy and I we're gonna go. Thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out with us today. I've so thoroughly enjoyed your company. And we are going to be live streaming tomorrow. So be sure to sign up for our free newsletter so that you get the streaming links sent to you. Because regardless of what channel we're going live on, we'll be sending out a newsletter. Yeah, oh my gosh. Well, you never know till you try something, you know? And this is pretty cool. It's macrame that go boing. Boing. Let me do one more. We're so close. But I really like the necklace memory wire for making bracelets because then you can just bring the ends together and clasp them. And I kind of prefer that. But yeah, we will see y'all in our next live stream, which is tomorrow. I don't know exactly what time yet because I don't know how late we're going to go at Belly Dance. But whenever we go live, we'll send out that newsletter. And we plan on being streaming making polymer clay masks Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So that will be our new those are our business hours. Business is open. Because I'm trying to recover from being a workaholic. But we'll get there. So stay tuned for hopefully more fun stuff. Oh, I freaking love this. All right. Have a good day, you guys. Bye-bye. Bye. Happy crafting. How do I hang up? Okay, here we go. Boop.